All right, people, so I have had a pretty busy morning so far, so let me see if I can finish this video. All right, third time's a charm, right? Okay, so think twice before waiting for 3% mortgage rates. And this is why I'm saying, okay, like I said, marry the house, divorce the rate, and just refinance later on. And that's what people are doing. So let's go ahead and talk about last year. The Federal Reserve took action to try to bring down inflation. So keep in mind, so when inflation's up, interest rates goes up. But when when inflation is down, interest rates go down. So right now, back in December, we actually saw inflation going down, which is a good thing. That means interest rates are coming down. But let's see, in response to those efforts, mortgage rates jumped up rapidly from the record lows we saw in 2021, peaking at over just 7% last October. And that had been the highest that we had seen historically. Hopeful buyers experienced a hit to their purchasing price as a result. So that means it actually went ahead and seeing that interest rate go up, it actually pushed out a lot of people. A lot of buyers were like, wow, I can't afford this. It was like, wow, my payments went up. What do I do? Should I wait? Okay, let's keep on talking about this. And this is back last in October. So hopeful buyers experienced a hit to their purchasing price. So that means their buying power. As a result, and some decided to press pause on their plans. So that means a lot of buyers were like, I'm not going to do anything. Let me see what happens. Let me see if the interest rates come down or the market crashes. No, we talked about that. Remember that. So today the rate of inflation is starting to drop. And this is what I told you guys. Inflation started to drop last month, which is awesome. It's starting to go a little bit down. So that means, like I mentioned previously, when inflation goes down, interest rates going down. When inflation goes up, interest rates going down. Up. So as a result, mortgage rates have dipped below last year's peak, which is a good thing. Sam Khater, chief economist at Freddie Mac, shares, while mortgage market activity has significantly shrunk over the last year, inflationary pressures are easing and should lead to lower mortgage rates in 2023. So that means we're looking at interest rates are going to start coming down, which is awesome. So what is that going to mean? People, keep this in mind. Right now, as a buyer, you have a small window as a buyer, because right now we're in a buyer's market. You can negotiate whatever you want to. But once those interest rates go down, keep in mind, and I'm not saying we're going down to 3%. So that means if those interest rates go down to the 4% or 3.5 or 4% or low 4%, what does that mean? We're back into a seller's market. And this is, again, the same thing, multiple offers, and then ta-da, same thing again. Anyways, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about what we're talking about. That's potentially great news if you're a buyer aiming to jump back into the housing market, which means like a lot of people are going to start looking at. Some builders are even offering a 3.5%. But we can talk about that something else. If it's something that you're interested in, let me know. We'll talk about that. And that is actually potentially great news if you're a buyer aiming to jump back into the housing market. That means you have a bigger buying power, which is amazing. Any drop in mortgage rates help boost your purchasing power by bringing down your expected monthly mortgage payment. This means the lower mortgage rates experts forecast this year could be just what you need to reignite your home buying goals. While this opens up a window of opportunity for you, remember, you shouldn't expect rates to drop back down to record lows like we saw in 2021. And people, this is what I've been telling you guys. We're not going back to that 2 and 3% unless there's another world pandemic. But no. So experts agree that experts agree that not that range buyers should be bank on. So Greg McBride, chief financial analyst of Bankrate, explains, I think we could be surprised at how much mortgage rates pulled back this year. So, we're in the beginning of 2023. We don't know what might happen. I don't have a crystal ball. Do you? I don't know. But we're not going back to the 3% anytime soon because inflation is not going to go back to the 2% anytime soon. So keep that in mind. If you're waiting, it's not going to happen. I mean, like I said, there's builders out there, yes, that they're offering a 3.5%. But what are you looking for? Are you going to wait that long? I mean, prices are going to continue going up. So it's important to have a realistic vision for what you can expect this year. And that's where the advice of the expert real estate advisors is critical. That means you have to find a real estate agent that knows what they're doing, what they're talking about, and can guide you into the best direction as possible. So you may be surprised by the impact even in a mild drop in mortgage rates. And it actually helps with your budget too. If you're in a budget, believe me, it can help you any day. So if you're ready to buy a home, now today's market presents the opportunity to get more affordable mortgage rate and find your home and face less competition from other buyers. And this is where, that is the key there. Facing less competition from other buyers. And you don't want to get into a competition. I mean, what had we been facing the past 2 years? I mean, 2022 was a totally different story, but what are we actually facing here? So the recent pullback in mortgage rates is great news, but if you're ready to buy, holding out for that 3% is a mistake. And that's what I'm saying, people. Don't wait on that 3% because if you're still waiting for that 3%, prices are going to keep on going up. When have you seen prices going down? Okay, 15 years ago, but keep this in mind. If you saw my previous video, this is not like 15 years ago completely. So this is a totally different story. And if you're ready to buy, let's look at your options. It doesn't matter what state you are in. I'll help you out. Let's guide you into the best direction and get you that goal that you really want, becoming a home buyer. So this is Cindy Pressgrace with Cindy's Realty Group by EXP. And I hope you guys have any questions, any comments, subscribe and follow for more. Have a beautiful day, people.